Brothers and sisters of Burkina Faso, people of Africa, hear me clearly. What I speak today is not only about markets or airplanes, but about our destiny, our dignity, and our freedom. They thought that when the airplanes of the West grew old, they became worthless, ready to be thrown away. But here in Burkina Faso, we refuse to throw away what is ours. We refuse to let the tools of the powerful rot while our people hunger, and our children wait for opportunity. No, we will take those old airplanes, once symbols of foreign wealth and travel, and we will transform them into something greater. We will turn them into markets, Africa's greatest markets, built by the hands of Africans for the survival and prosperity of Africans. Do you understand what this means? It means we will no longer wait for Europe to tell us where to buy, where to sell, or what is possible. It means we will no longer accept being called poor while sitting on riches of land, of spirit, and of imagination. We will turn the scrap they ignore into the future they will envy. Our markets will no longer be built on dependence. They will be built with the wings of airplanes that once carried the privileged across the skies, but will now carry the hopes and strength of our people. Inside these airplanes will be stalls of food, clothing, technology, and the dreams of African workers and farmers. The engines that once roared for others will now roar for us, not with fire, but with trade, with unity, with pride. For too long, Africa has been told, you cannot. They said we could not feed ourselves, but we fed ourselves. They said we could not defend ourselves, but we defended our land. And now they will say we cannot turn airplanes into markets. But we will, and we will do it bigger, louder, and braver than anyone has imagined. This is not just about Burkina Faso. This is about Africa. This is about showing every African child that nothing is impossible when we believe in ourselves. When they see an airplane, they will not only think of flying to Paris or New York. They will think of their mother selling vegetables inside it, their father selling tools, their brother fixing engines, their sister leading trade. They will see the airplane not as a symbol of escape, but as a symbol of building right here on African soil. No colonizer, no outsider, no so-called partner can understand the fire that drives us. They want us weak, divided, and begging. But no more begging, no more humiliation. If we can build life out of old metal, what can we not build? If we can create markets out of airplanes, what can stop us from creating industries, schools, armies, and nations that stand proud and independent? History will remember these days. They will say it was in Burkina Faso that the spirit of Africa rose again. It was here that we learned not to wait, not to copy, but to create. And that spirit will spread from Ouagadougou to Bamako, from Accra to Kinshasa, from Addis Ababa to Johannesburg. The days of Africa crawling are over. The days of Africa standing tall have come. Our ancestors fought with spears against rifles, with bare hands against machines. They taught us that freedom is never given, it is taken. Today our weapons are not only guns, they are ideas. Ideas that terrify those who exploit us, ideas that liberate our people. Turning airplanes into markets is an idea that declares we will never be trapped again. I call on every farmer, every trader, every youth, every mother, come and claim your space in this new Burkina Faso. These airplanes belong not to one man, but to all of us. This market will not belong to foreign corporations, but to the people. Every coin exchanged, every handshake, every smile inside those airplanes will strike against colonialism, against poverty, against despair. They will mock us, they will laugh, until they realize we are serious. They will try to stop us, until they realize we cannot be stopped. And when they see our markets alive with thousands, when they see our airplanes breathing with new life, when they see us proud and unafraid, they will know Africa is no longer on its knees. Burkina Faso, my people, this is not the end of our vision. It is the beginning. If we can transform airplanes, we can transform everything. Poverty into prosperity, weakness into power, division into unity. We can transform the very image of Africa in the eyes of the world. So raise your head high, speak with courage, walk with pride. The future is not written in Paris, Washington, or London. The future is written here in Africa, by Africans for Africans. No force on earth can stop us if we stand together. The days of humiliation are over. The days of freedom have begun, and the markets of Burkina Faso, our markets in the skies brought down to earth, will shine as a symbol of an Africa that refuses to die, refuses to beg, refuses to bow. Let the world watch, let them tremble. This is only the first step. We are not waiting for tomorrow. Africa's tomorrow begins today. The first truth is transformation. What others discard as useless becomes a source of strength in our hands. The old airplanes abandoned by those who saw them as worthless are reborn as symbols of African creativity and resilience. By turning these aircraft into markets, Burkina Faso proves that nothing is waste when a determined people touch it. This act shows that Africa can create value out of what is thrown away, turning symbols of foreign privilege into foundations of local prosperity. It is more than construction. It is a declaration of independence, a statement that Africa will no longer wait for approval or permission. In these airplanes, our people gain the chance to trade, to dream, and to thrive inside spaces once reserved only for the elite. The second truth is liberation from dependency. For decades, Africans were told they could not feed themselves, defend themselves, or stand without foreign help. But this project silences those lies. By taking control of our resources and reshaping their purpose, we break the chains of outside influence. The same airplanes that once symbolized global inequality now become tools of African unity. With this transformation, we reject the begging bowl and embrace our own ability to build, create, and sustain. It is the strongest proof that our future will be written by African hands, not foreign powers. The third truth is the redefinition of symbols. To the colonizer, an airplane was a machine of escape, carrying Africans away toward foreign opportunities. Today, we reclaim it. Inside these airplanes now stand our farmers, our traders, our workers, and our families. The airplane is reborn as a vessel of African opportunity. Rooted in our own soil, it no longer represents leaving, but building. For the first time, children will see that what once carried others across oceans now carries the dignity and dreams of their own people. Flight itself is redefined, not flying away, but lifting Africa from within. The fourth truth is unity and empowerment. These airplane markets do not belong to a few, but to every Burkinab. Every farmer, every trader, every mother and youth has a place in this vision. No foreign corporation or outsider will own this. The market belongs to the people. Every transaction becomes an act of resistance against colonial control. Every exchange builds trust, strengthens communities, and invests directly into Africa's future. Through this collective ownership, the people reclaim not just space, but power over their lives and destiny. The fifth truth is that this is the beginning of a new era. Transforming airplanes into markets is not the end, but the opening of a larger vision. If we can transform airplanes, then we can transform everything. Poverty into prosperity, division into unity, weakness into power. This project is a seed from which will grow industries, schools, and nations that no longer bow to foreign control. Burkina Faso's action will inspire others across the continent, sparking a great awakening. The message is clear: Africa's tomorrow is not a promise of some distant future. It is being built today by fearless hands.